day one of the Keala R&D trip.
So Keala is the shining path, and it's a pathway that we've created for Kamehameha. And so when we were looking into Keala, we thought, what is the best way to co-create with our teachers?
Keala was created in an effort to try and transform Kamehameha schools into a cutting-edge 21st century institution that's steeped in Hawaiian culture-based education.
These teachers that we have that actually applied for position in Keala were selected by their campus po'o, have been engaged in months of reflection on what it is that matters to them about what they want to change in their teaching. So as they worked on these, and we talked to them about personalized learning, we talked to them about what are 21st century skills and dispositions, we felt they really need to see it in action. So with Robert Landau, we sat down and we prepared an itinerary of some really engaging schools that we wanted to take them to.
We chose about 11 schools in California that have a great reputation around pushing the envelope in certain ways, of trying new things in different ways: project-based learning, personalized learning, passion-based learning, challenge-based learning, relationships, advisory. So we wanted to see, when a school is really specializing in a certain philosophy or approach, what does that look like, and what can we take away and potentially customize and use in the Kamehameha schools?
I really wanted to be able to see this in action so I could get a better understanding about it and bring it back for our faculty.
You can read about them and you can hear about them and you can see the videos, but it really didn't hit home, I guess is the term, until I actually got to see them in action and really talking to the students.
Seeing how different schools are tending to the needs of their kids and how they are as agile as possible to be able to mold and shape depending on the needs of the kids and being on the forefront of innovation. I think that was probably the biggest thing that I saw.
Seeing the different things and looking at the path that we can take is important. And finding ways to gather all that knowledge and do those kind of things and being able to show, but I think it is going to be the future of education here at Kamehameha.
Definitely what we saw at Nueva School, how that design thinking process was applied throughout the entire K4, K8 division that we visited. Amazing innovation lab that brings that design thinking into the classroom for the students, but more so how all of the teachers have bought into it. And you can see the evidence of that as we walk through the classes.
Most of what we saw were direct links to Eola. We could see how easily it fit.
Being at these schools and seeing those opportunities of what is being done out there helped us to realize we have a lot of these things within our own home here, in our own Kamehameha schools and all of our campuses.
And then just hearing the passion, not just from the students, but from the teachers and the administrators as well. Just really hearing them speak with such pride about what they were doing and why. So that was awesome.
But also we felt that we wanted to extend it beyond just the schools and look at environments that were moving innovation forward.
You see at Keala is that it's the teachers, and the teachers are getting motivated. They're being inspired to think differently or take some of their ideas that they have already had and move them forward.
It was just clear that regardless of culture, there were themes that are important to children and their learning. And it always goes back to making connections to relevancy.
We got to see a variety of processes and thinking, but the biggest takeaway, and this is going to sound awkward, is that of the time we spent as a Keala Ula Ohana.
We all kind of, we knew there were pockets of people and people doing things differently and trying to be more creative or trying to be innovative. This allowed us to come together and gave us permission to just keep trying and iterating and just designing again and again, and then to be with people who think and feel the same.
There was nothing more powerful than riding in a van with 4 other people and just dreaming big about our school. There's nothing more powerful than sitting at the table in the downstairs restaurant amongst a group of people singing songs and thinking about how we can change the world. Nobody changes the world in a boring meeting.
Because I feel like we have so many different connections. I feel like I can call Cindy on Maui and just see what they're doing, talk to them about what they're doing. I'm super interested in the work that our campus is doing, and now I don't have to guess or wait until we have a meeting together. I'll just Facebook Kaleo and say, oh, Kaleo, so what did you give for homework? What were you guys' ideas? Or with Cindy, show me your report card, or show me the prototype. Just those connections that we made, I feel so much closer to them. We're not just colleagues, I feel that we're friends. And with that, there comes a comfortableness with an idea of sharing and just bouncing ideas off of each other.
This was a really real way to get everybody's true, deep mana'o about what they wanted for the school. And I think the things that we want for this school show that we're all dedicated kumu, and we are dedicated to the mission.
And we don't necessarily all agree with each other, but we understand where people come from. We see different perspectives, and having that opportunity to really sit down, have the conversations, we can then make progress.
We really came back charged, and we felt good about the things that we were doing. We had great ideas about what we would like to see in the future and what we could do differently. And so I think the fact that our teachers, they developed this strong pilina with each other, so, and that's super important, but they found a place for them to think differently together. And I think that's awesome.
In order to be a part of a world community, an educational community, I think you have to be a participant. I think we have a lot of things with our alaka'i have done a wonderful job of helping to nurture that in us.
Well, actually going on this trip helped me to see what the potential is. It went beyond my expectations, and I really felt like I got a way broader view of where we could go.
Greatest thing about it is that when we see these wonderful world-class things happening in other places, we also recognize that it's happening right here at Kamehameha, and that's the best thing to know, that we are in many ways having programs that are world-class right here at Kamehameha.
We do this research and development work because it's what many other systems companies and organizations are doing. They're constantly looking at ways to improve what they're doing, to offer a better service to their clients. And so if you look at teaching and learning, students are sitting in the now. We as adults have already been through school. So our role is to prepare them for their future, a future that's really undetermined. And if there's a better way of doing something for students, we should be trying it yesterday.